Tell us, what can audiences expect from Marlowe?
Beautiful experience in terms of the way it's going to look. It's going to look beautiful. It's a good tale. It's a good story. You know what I mean? The original Marlowe with Humphrey Bogart kind of had a certain I don't know, naivety of production. Should we say that? We've gotten over that now. You know what I mean? It should be a seamless sit back and enjoy yourself.
And,
Just a good night out.
and I love the sort of metatextuality of it, because it's based on the Raymond Chandler book, but then it's a novel that's a tribute to that, and then a screenplay based on that. How did you kind of untangle that, as actors, and did you kind of draw influences from the things that have gone before the novel and the films?
Well, the script is always the Bible, always. You know what I mean, in terms of whatever, that's your base reference point. So that always becomes the kind of jumping off point. But it is only that; it is a jumping off point. And then you get into the kind of the meat of it in terms of how is that translating into this relationship or this dynamic or this information or this story that needs to be told. So it changes and mutates, which is why Neil's such a good director. Great thing about Neil, the very first time I ever worked with Neil was like he came up on the set once on a different job and something wasn't working. So we get to pen out, rewrite it. There's no have to call somebody who calls somebody else in LA to get permission to change a line. He knows what he's doing. He gives everybody else that confidence then, you know what I mean? That you know that you can trust that if something isn't working, you just go 2 seconds later, it's back on its feet.
And what an incredible cast that he's assembled. I mean, everyone from the main cast is supporting cast, and Jessica Lange, Diane Kruger, and of course Liam Neeson. What was it like working with these people, and particularly Liam? Why do you think he's so endlessly watchable?
Yeah, why is Liam endlessly watchable? If I knew, I'd try and steal it, you know what I mean? If I knew, I'd buy shares in it and, sell me house. I have no idea. It is an intangible thing. It is kind of difficult to put your finger on, but it's nevertheless obvious. It's there. We worked together on Michael Collins 20 odd years ago. It's always been that way. From the very first time I think I saw him was in Lamb. Or even, he's every single thing I've ever seen him in, he's had that quality. Even in films which weren't particularly genius, you know what I mean? He was.
And the thing I love as well, it doesn't matter what age he is, he's always able to defeat all the baddies.
Don't believe a word I say. No, I'm
Rubbish behind your back? No, it's not.
What was the question?
However old he is, he can always defeat all the baddies.
You've seen the size of him. You know what I mean? Even if he fell on the baddies, he killed them. You know what I mean? No, he's got that. He's got a presence that seems through the filter of the film as menacing, but he's a big gentle giant.
And the fact that it does so incredibly recreate the 1930s, golden age of cinema, Hollywood, these incredible sets, the costumes. What was it like, being on that production set?
I'm like as much as I'm an actor, I'm a fan as well. I love all that. I love to see the detail. I love to see the details of the tiny, like the cigarette case. It's not a big thing. But the fact that someone's gone and made the effort to get the right thing for the right period, it makes everybody else's job easier, better, clearer. You know what I mean? I still get a kick out of going on the set and seeing all the other things and seeing the car pull up and going, oh, what's that? Oh, and I'm still a child when I go to work. I enjoyed Liam and Neil. I've worked with both of them before, and the thing I enjoyed most about working with Neil is he respects actors, he likes actors. You'd be surprised how many directors not particularly fond of us. So it becomes more collaborative, it becomes more exclusive. So he's a great director. You know what I mean? I've worked with him 4 or 5 times. So you feel at home on the set. You know what I mean? You don't feel there's no takes away some of the anxiety that you normally have. Takes away. Liam again is such a kind of kind, welcoming human being. You just feel, you feel comfortable while you're at work. So it becomes a pleasure.
What's he like?
Exactly the same. Very tall, very long legs. Can't really sit next to him because if he crosses his legs, you're gone. No, he's lovely. Absolutely, he's a sweetheart. We worked together on Michael Collins, 20 odd years ago. No different. He's just a sweet, kind, nice kind of guy. I've got to go home. My dog's sick, so it happens. My dog's got an abscess, so I'll go home and just pat my dog. I'll have a beer.